What's up, Aquarius? This is going to be your love check-in for the second half of December. This is for my Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It helps out the channel. If you are new here, I do put these out every 2 weeks, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I offer personal readings. The info for that's in the description box of the video. There is a wait for a reading with me, so if you want to explore your options, I've put links to my affiliates in the description box as well. Mystic Sense will give you your first 5-minute reading free. Spiritual Blossom will give you a bonus $10 when you deposit $20. Check them out if you feel called to do so. If you want to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I've also put the links to those in the description box. So let's get into it, Aquarius. I'm going to do person on your mind. How do they feel about you? How do you feel about them? Then the projected potential outcome for the first half of December. Anyone that is new to my channel, I infuse manifesting universal law, the law of assumption, into my content. So my ratings are check-in points into one version of you, one version of your specific person, and the connection that you, Aquarius, have manifested and selected out of the infinite that are available right now in this very moment. Creation is finished. All things exist at once. Everything on the outside is a reflection of your present state or version of you that you're being and the version that you selected. If you would like to manifest this differently, your desires are absolutely meant for you. It requires a shift in your focus, your consciousness, and a reselection. Please take a look at some of the other content I've posted, some of the great coaches online, and I like to teach as I go. All right, guys, let's get into it. Aquarius, the person on your mind, how are they feeling about you? 5 of Cups as we move into the second half of December, and the High Priestess. So there seems to be some loss or regrets here. High Priestess is, some of you are in silence, otherwise there's loss and regrets around sort of secrecy potentially. And they want to come out of hurt feelings. The 3 of Swords is in the reverse. Okay, some of you, there's been secrets in relation to letting go of past issues in connection to third party or releasing third party energy, okay? Don't take it if it's not your story, but we'll get more details. We do have the Sun, clarity. So wanting to step into the light. If things have felt unknown or a little bit elusive, this person wants clarity with you. And we have a Queen of Cups in the reverse and clarity. There's a lot coming up around truth and clarity. Conversation, maybe getting to the heart of things. Something has caused Queen of Cups in the reverse energy. So either this sort of High Priestess feeling of like secrecy or feeling like things were hidden has sort of caused a feeling of emotional withdrawal. Okay, Queen of Cups. So, but this would be a new start in truth and honesty, okay? And this is in the near future position because there is a wound, there is a wall, there is a block here. I mean, that High Priestess card that I saw when I was shuffling is also intuition. Queen of Cups is highly intuitive energy. Some of you are dealing with a water sign, or water energy is very significant here, but there's an intuitive bond, but there's something that's caused this block, and it could be a feeling of like mystery, hidden secrets, keeping things from one another, you know, or even just the energy of that, not being very open. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles, confusion, 7 of Cups, like elusiveness, confusion, mixed signals, mixed feelings, you know, that's led to also the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse is a question of put the effort in, or, you know, an energy of like the effort's not really being put into the situation as well. Queen of Cups in the reverse can be kind of also that feeling like the love's not really returned. Okay, Aquarius, 7 of Cups can be, are there other choices? Are there other cups around? Now, again, that could be just this sort of like by withholding from one another, or if there's periods of silence or there's a sense of mystery, then there could be some assumption, well, are there other energies around? For some of you, there are other energies around. Won't even matter. If you're the one that wants to get rid of other energies, Aquarius, I'm going to tell you when we do your side of the street what to do about that. My regulars know what I'm talking about. But if it's not even about that, it's just like kind of a confused energy and a holding back, which is called a block or a wall. There's a wanting to clarify things, okay? There's a wanting to have a conversation. Let's look at Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's weighing. There's burdens here, okay? This person could have an assumption that you've sort of withdrawn the love. or this kind of confused mixed energy has caused a wound, and now like they've pulled back. Maybe they have a habit of pulling back and it causes confusion. Now you're not putting effort in. Yeah, I mean, the Knight of Cups, the Cups cards are in the reverse. So there's a sense of not really trusting in the love. Knight of Cups can be charming, but not necessarily reliable. In the reverse, shadow energy, is it honest kind of thing. I mean, they seem to Six of Wands. They want to succeed, or they want to overcome maybe the obstacle, or they want your attention. Maybe they want some sense of validation. You know, that Nine of Wands is a wound. Yeah, because there's a block, there's a wall, there's a defensiveness. There could be a defensiveness because there is a negative assumption about choices or options, and that can be illusions and fears. It doesn't have to be founded. And guys, they're going to change the way they think and feel about you when you change the thoughts that you're projecting onto, you're choosing and you're projecting onto them. Okay, go and look at my most recent live collab and what I've posted. So it's not so relevant, but this is the energy we're picking up now. We've got Knight of Cups in the reverse and then the Death card. So some of you, there's been a stop, but there's also potential here for transformation. In either way, it looks like they want a transformation because they want to clarify things. They want to have a conversation with you. And Chariot card, they want to steer things in a more positive direction. Some of you, there could have been a stop because there's been a move or a relocation of sorts with that Chariot card. There's like physical distance. And then there's an Eight of Cups. So it seems to be somewhere between, can we have an honest and a truthful new beginning that moves in a more positive direction, coming out of confusion? Or is this loss? Because Eight of Cups would be walking away, right? So it's confusing, Aquarius. Now, there are you pushed out and you are actually in control in every single version. So pay no mind to this if you do want it, guys. And it's just a check-in point, and it's no bearing on whether your manifestations are like on point or anything either, guys, for my regulars. But we've got Scorpio energy, Cancer energy. Let's look at what you want. You've got Chariot card on the bottom of the deck. So you also potentially want to move things in a positive direction. Maybe some of you just generally want to move along in a positive direction, you know, because we've got Knight of Swords here. So there's been some harsh energy between the two of you. Maybe the communication can be a bit erratic, and that could be coming down to this elusiveness or negative assumptions, like defensive energy. Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands, there's a block or a wall. I mean, the Sun card here tells me that there's happiness and joy, or in the recent past there really was. And so you can just recapture that and reselect that, guys. None of all of this, it's all circumstantial, and energy is so malleable and, like I said, infinite versions. That's Leo energy, by the way, Aquarius. Ace of Cups, how do you feel about them? Ace of Cups, love, but then the Emperor card is in the reverse. There seems to have been sort of like, Emperor card in the reverse can be over-controlled kind of energy. So maybe there's been difficulty in expressing emotion. There's also been lack of structure. So that could be what's confusing the situation. Lack of effort, lack of structure, lack of commitment potentially, or not showing up very committed. But Emperor card in reverse, yeah, like that can be kind of that shadow Emperor energy. So it's likes to hold back a lot, especially when it comes to emotions. It can be like a wall, okay? Star card in the reverse, well, that's you, Aquarius, but in the reverse. So partly you're kind of losing hope in this situation. Please don't take what I'm saying like you are losing hope. This is who you are. This is who they are, guys. This is just an energy reading. So if you're checking in now and this is reading, you're feeling this way, guys, and you want it, pick yourself the fuck up and just shift your focus and say, no, I have it. It's actually that simple. Like, if you want it, you got it. This could have been very much a wish fulfillment. Now you're like questioning it potentially, or you're losing vitality for the situation. There's a Two of Wands here. You're at a crossroads about it. So for those that want it, and even if you don't want it, guys, then let go of a story, and we'll identify that maybe if it comes up. There's this sort of like waiting or making a plan, or, you know, which way forward. It's been confusing. The Fool, also your energy, Aquarius. Some of you are like, are we going to go for it? Are we going to move forward in a new direction? Because this really could be the past versus moving in a new direction or a new version of the connection. For some of you, you know, this could be like, or do I want to leap onto something else? It's also potential. The Fool card can also represent risk. So if I was going to go a little bit deeper into the spiritual, given that everyone is you push out, Aquarius, if you selected a version of a situation where walls are up and you're like, they're holding back and they're scared and they're this and they're that, well, you can absolutely have the version where they're completely open, loving, you know, ready to go. But this risky energy, so if you have fears, this person's going to mirror back to you a fear. Okay? So decide what you want, Aquarius, but also if you have a story that love is a risk, then, you know, that's kind of the way that you're unconsciously assigning a role to a person that's going to start looking a certain type of a way or behaving in a certain type of a way. Sometimes also our assumptions, like they don't have to harden, if we persist in thinking about things in a certain way, eventually, like if you have a fear that people are going to leave, well, right now it looks like this person, there's a wall up, there's a block. They also seem to have like a wound or some fear and confusion here. And they could be because you have selected the version of a person that doesn't seem to have direction, but that could be because you haven't decided, Aquarius. So you need to decide, nope, they want me, they choose me, etc. 8 of Wands, you want to talk to them, you want to communicate with them. And then there's Hierophant card. This is about commitment, traditional values. Maybe some of you have been waiting on that and you've been unsure. Maybe you feel that's a risk. There could be differences in culture and religion that are playing into it. Or it's been at a standstill because there's been like, I don't know, confusion about whether or not that's on the table. I mean, we've got 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. You've got the Knight of Cups in the upright. So you do feel romantic feelings, or, you know, you're invested, 7 of Pentacles. There's been a lot of waiting to see how things play out. So Aquarius, if you've been the one that's been holding back a little, maybe out of fear, it's possible then that this person is questioning the situation, has reacted, or it's been vice versa, or it's essentially the same thing. Now, guys, say whatever you want about the way that I read if I jump around, but who really gives a fuck? In the end of the day, it's all your story. And anything that's playing out, okay, like you could have been waiting. If you're the one waiting on commitment and really being on the same page and you're still invested and you want it, okay, and no confusion, no mixed feelings, it's available. So just focus on that. They will mirror. Just say, oh, they're so committed. They're so on the same page. We love each other so much. You know, they're coming in and proposing, or we're taking things to the next level, or whatever it is. Now, I don't even give a shit if there are actually other energies in the mix, or have been, guys. Doesn't matter. Or there's questions around that. It doesn't matter. It's you. You just need to take your focus off that and affirm for what you want. Okay. But there's a block, or there's a wall here. We've got Knight of Cups. Yes, Knight of Swords is in the reverse. So there's been like maybe harshness between the two of you. Like that's Shadow Knight of Swords, like the way you communicate with one another, and that's coming down to defensiveness. Let's see. And then the World. You want to close out this cycle. Some of you, there's been separation, like distance, travel. But then you want reconciliation with this person. That Emperor card's come out in the reverse again. So there's been like lack of structure, commitment. Some of you are dealing with a situation that involves sort of that shadow aspect of, it's like a father or a husband figure from the past that needs to be closed out, and that has sort of caused a bit of a block or a wall, like unhealed dad wounds, if I'm going to get really Freudian on it, like love is a risk because of some like unhealed stuff. Okay, because this can be like, okay, it's not gender specific, guys, but it's like the toxic masculine energy. So there could be influences to do with father figures and past wounding and all that. But guys, it's not so much relevant. Like there's a healthy, healed version of the connection available right now that's on the same page, committed and ready. So we don't need to wait for the outside to change. You know, everything on the outside is a reflection of the inner, and you can choose to identify as a version of Aquarius that has everything you want and the version that you want right now. It's available with persistence. Okay, so Six of Cups, you want to reconcile with this person if there's been harshness or erratic energy. You also want to close out old past cycles, maybe generally. Seems to be that you want to talk and communicate. There is communication potentially and wanting to clarify things around stability, commitment where things have not been stable. There's stuff about effort here going on, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, confusion, like about whether, you know, there are other people around, or confusion whether to put effort into this situation. Emperor card in the reverse is also just about structure and stability. So maybe there's a lot of this, you know, either on your end, you think this person is not showing up very stable and it feels risky, or, you know, you've been feeling unready because of fear, or unready because you're not feeling very stable, because Seven of Pentacles also Aquarius. So this could be like about, you know, waiting to see how things play out. It can also be financial matters, right? In terms of actually really higher level of commitment. So yes, let's have a look at some of the oracles and what they are coming forward with. They want to talk, you want to talk. They want to clarify things. Let's see. What does this person want in the second half of December? Wow. Key on a ring, okay, which is options. Now, do they want options, or is there questions around options? I don't know. Unconventional. There's been issues here to do with values and are we on the same page, okay? Now, Aquarius, if you're the one that wants to explore your options, also fine. Or if you've picked a person that seems to be non-committal, you've also selected just that version. It doesn't fucking matter, guys. Please, like anyone that's new, before you go and comment, just go and do research on it, okay? My regulars will know why. Twin flames, it says yin, yang, and balance, union and duality, okay? Complement. So there can be a complementary aspect, but then there can be duality. There could probably be triggering. The truth is this whole many options, unconventional, that's that Seven of Cups energy. That could be something that, you know, if there could have been erratic defensiveness and assumptions around that because neither of you have been clear on the way forward, or there's been a waiting and not readiness to move forward, and that caused a certain dynamic. Okay, so what does this person actually want? The dragonfly, yeah. Things coming to light and heal, finding out and change. So Ace of Swords and the Death card, things coming to light and change. So they want to bring things to light. They want to clarify things and they want change. And mirror. So this is some kind of a strong soul thing and a strong mirroring each other, inner wounds. I've already talked about some wounding stuff. So first of all, there is wounds, there's defensiveness here. Queen of Cups in reverse, this could be an old story like I'm not really loved, the love isn't returned, I'm not chosen. You could have the same thing. You could have a bit of this anxious avoidant shit going on, guys, or runner chaser shit if we're talking about twin flames. And the reason I say shit, guys, is and please go and watch the last live I did with Matthew. Look at his content, look at coaches, look at what I post. None of these labels matter. Yes, everyone's a mirror. This could be a strong mirror. Okay, I do live in twin flames, etc. But the truth is, you're the dominant mirror. So if you change the story, they must reflect back to you the new story. Your assumptions about self, your assumptions about them. It doesn't matter if it seems kooky. Just pick new thoughts and project it. We're together now. We're better than ever. We're so committed. I don't care if before, it doesn't matter what anyone has said or done. Doesn't matter if someone said they're not ready to commit. They want to keep their options open. None of it fucking matters. Or if you want to keep your options open, Aquarius, and this other says that they're not on the same page, doesn't also matter. There's a version of a person that wants exactly what you want. There's a version of the same person existing. So choose what you want, okay? Let's have a look. Yes, watching, looking, perception, stalking, And then, yeah, there's this sort of suspicion and a lot of watching and questions around temptation, third party, hooking up, okay? So whether that's actually collapsed in one version and timeline where there's been other people around and other options, or whether that's a fear, okay? For those that want it, if it's collapsed and you want a committed version and no third parties, don't fucking focus on the third parties, they will go away. If you are if it's just a fear, also don't focus on that, okay? If you want commitment, this person's ready, willing, and committed right now, okay? But there is some kind of things coming to light. This person wants change in your connection. There is some kind of a wound when it comes to temptations, third parties, options between you, all right? That has caused hurt feelings, okay? Deeply hurt and sad. And there's still a watching energy, but, you know, watching, looking, stalking, when we have camera, reminiscing, learn from the past. I say the past in this case isn't relevant, guys, but there is an evolution and a transformation on this timeline. And what else? Yeah, Phoenix, again, like the Death card, new phase and rekindle, renew and growth, changed mind. So either they're hoping you're going to change your mind, or they've changed their mind in terms of like progressing this, transforming this. So if you have an assumption, if Aquarius, you're the one that thinks this person wants to keep their options open, they may have thought that about you, by the way. Again, this could be negative assumptions between the two of you. You only have to worry about your story. But if, you know, you could be already manifesting this, and like if you want commitment, for example, then don't waver. The changed mind, people change their mind on a dime about anything and everything once you shift your dominant thoughts and assumptions, okay? So there's a changed mind here already. So stick to that script. Just keep focused on what you want. There is some kind of a change. There's some kind of a wanting to shift. There's some kind of there's been introspection. There's things that, you know, are being healed. Don't even worry. You don't need to wait for the healing. Just focus on what's in the now, like the version that you want. That's it, guys. Like, that's all I've got to say. All right. I hope that made sense, Aquarius. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I hope it helps some of you. And I will check in 2 weeks' time.